What is going on YouTube? Examples TCG here, coming at you with another opening, and today we are going to be opening up the Pendulum Evolution booster box. Now I've picked this up because I've heard people say that you can pretty much get the Magician deck in this particular box pretty easily, and it's been one of the decks I've wanted to build for a long time. Ever since Pendulums came out and the Magicians were introduced, I was sat down and I thought to myself, that's one of the decks I want to build, but never really got around to actually picking up all the cards for the deck. But I'm hoping we can get most, if not all, the cards we need in this particular box, so then we can go forth and actually build the deck and take it to locals, etc. So without further ado, let's get opening this with my trusty knife. It is a knife that I use, well, I don't use it actually in the kitchen, but it stays in the kitchen with the rest of my knives. It's the one knife that I make sure I don't use on any like food products, because I know I'm going to be opening up stuff such as this with that particular knife. So I do try and keep it clean as much as possible. But I am, when I move out, going to be getting, or moving to my new place, which is going to be hopefully fairly soon, I will be definitely getting a knife that is pretty much only for, or an X-Acto knife that is only for opening up boxes and the such like with regards to videos. So nevertheless, we're going to start off with the right hand side of the box and then move over to the left. There are 5 cards per pack. You guys have probably seen quite a few openings with regards to this particular actual box already, but I am going to be opening it up nevertheless, because it is a set that I've been excited to open up and I wanted to basically bring you guys a video on it. So here we go. So first card is a Metal Foes Crimsonite, Summoner's Art, Rescue Hamster. This is one of the cards I really wanted to try and use in the deck, but I can never really find a use for it, so I'm going to still see if I can find a use for Rescue Hamster at some point. Then we get a Time Star Magician and a Star Pendulum Graph as our ultras. So I'm actually going to put the supers and the ultras in 2 separate piles, because that way it's just a little bit easier for me to go through. So let's move on to the next pack here and see what we end up getting from this pack. So first card is a Ritual Beast Tamer Zephyr Plesio, I guess is how I pronounce that, I'm not too sure. We get a Echo Oscillation, Rare Metal Foes Bismugia. We get a Double Iris Magician as our first Ultra, and then we get a Time Star Magician as our second Ultra. So I'm actually going to tidy up this super pile very quickly. I was going to start like putting them across, but I feel like just stacking them up is going to be a little bit easier. So let's move on to the third pack here. So far, the only real Magician cards we've had are the Time Star Magician and the Double Iris Magician, as well as I believe the Star Pendulum stuff. I'm not too sure whether that is used in the Magician's deck or not. I'll have to have a look into that. Nevertheless, we get an Odd Eyes Vortex Dragon. Now, I'm a little bit disappointed that I've got this in Super, because if you guys have watched my Yugi tin opening and also my Kaiba tin opening, I believe I've actually got this in Secret. So I'm a little bit disappointed I've got it in Super, but nevertheless, it is a cool card to obtain. We get a Time Gazer Magician, Odd Eyes Meteor Burst Dragon even. I think I've got that in Secret in my binder. I'm pretty sure I do. And then we have a Astrograph Sorcerer and a Black Fang Magician as our 2 ultras for the pack. So far we've started to get quite a few Magician cards rolling through, which are obviously the cards I'm mostly looking for from this set. Everything else is just an added bonus. I could probably end up fitting them into a deck somewhere down the line if I do end up needing them at all. So Unwavering Bond, Dragon Pulse Magician, Zephanu's Secret of the Yang Xing, and our 2 ultras are Double Iris Magician and an Astrograph Sorcerer. So I think that's our second Iris Magician and our second Astrograph. I'm not too sure whether I need them in the deck, but obviously I'll look into it and I'll start building the deck and bring you guys a profile once I've ended up finishing that off. So moving on to the next pack here, we get a Metal Foes Ori Kalk, I believe is how you pronounce that. A Performer Power Skull Crobat Joker. That's a pretty good reprint, I'm not going to lie. Oath Dragon Magician, and then our 2 ultras are a Black Fang Magician and another Double Iris Magician. I feel like Double Iris Magician is one of those cards I'm going to see quite a lot in this opening. I don't know why, but I've already seen I think 3 or 4 of them so far, so it's going to be one of those cards I believe I'm just going to continue to get during the course of the opening. So the next pack has Odd Eyes Absolute Dragon, Quillthorpe Monolith, Pendulum Call, and then our 2 ultras are Harmonizing Magician and also a Chronograph Sorcerer as well. So that's the first Harmonizing and Chronograph we've had in this opening. I'm looking to hopefully get a playset of both of those, because number one, I believe they're very big cards to have in the Magician deck. I'm not too sure about the Chronograph, but I know that Harmonizing Magician from all the deck profiles I've been watching have definitely are played. So moving on to the next pack, we get a Pendulum Storm. I believe this is already a super rare, so having a reprint super is not that bad, I guess, but at the same time, I would have preferred to see it as an ultra. We have a Magical Abductor, a Dragon Pit Magician, a White Wing Magician, and a Black Fang Magician. I think that's our first White Wing of the opening as well. So we're getting some variation in the packs now. We're starting to get a few cards we haven't already seen, but seeing as it is a pack that was based off of a structure deck that came out in the CCG, and they've just added a few reprints in, I'm probably going to end up getting a lot of the cards that would have been in the so-called structure deck if we ended up getting a structure deck. So moving on to the next pack, we get another super rare Odd Eyes Vortex Dragon, a Metal Foes Counter, a Guiding Aradine, or I don't know, I'm guessing it's Aradine, I'm going to keep it as that. And then we get a White Wing Magician and a Harmonizing Magician as our ultras for that pack. So we are coming to the end of the first side here, guys, and to be honest, I'm fairly happy with what we've got so far. I would like to see a few more of the chronographs, and also I want one more of the White Wing, but obviously we'll be happy with whatever we get, really, if I'm honest. So we get an Amazing Pendulum, a Noble Dragon Magician, a Statelanite Zafra, whatever that says, I'm not going to butcher it anymore, our first Purple Poison Magician, and another Harmonizing Magician as well. I think that's now a playset, if not 4 Harmonizing Magicians, so I'm quite happy with that. It means that we've got a couple of spares if anyone else at our locals does want to build a Magician deck and they don't have the money, or can't afford, or can't even get a Pendulum Evolution booster box, which I'm pretty sure most people will be able to pick up. Nevertheless, let's get on with the show. We get an Amazing Pendulum, we get a Master Pendulum, the Draco Slayer. I'm very, very happy about this reprint. I've got one of this particular card and another Draco Slayer in my binder currently, but I'm very, very happy with the reprint. It means that I can start properly forming the Dino Mist deck that I wanted to build. We've got a Noble Dragon Magician, and the last 2 cards are White Wing Magician and also a Time Pendulum Graph. So I believe we've got 2 packs. Yeah, we've got 2 packs left on the right hand side of this box. I just noticed that's moved a little bit since the start of the opening, so let's move it back. So next 5 cards are Echo Oscillation, Pendulum Call, Quillthought Scout, that's our first Quillthought Scout we've pulled, a White Wing Magician, and also a Black Fang Magician as well. So last card on the right hand side of this particular box. Let's see if it is a pack that brings us some good luck and some epic cards. So let's have a look. We get a Metal Foes Adamante. I was about to butcher that name there. We get a Elector Pendulum, the Draco Overlord. I'm very, very happy about that reprint, because it's the one Draco Overlord or Draco card I haven't got yet. We get a Metal Foes Counter, another Purple Poison, and another double Irish Magician as well. So that is the right hand side of the box done, guys. Let's move on to the left hand side of the box here and see if we're able to pick up anything we haven't pulled from the set, or if we can obviously build ourselves a playset of most of the cards in here. So we get a Ritual Beast Tamer, a Pendulum Slift, a Zephyr Divine Strike. I think that's our first Zephyr Divine Strike. We get our second Chronograph Sorcerer, and we get another Astrograph Sorcerer in the same pack as well. So that's pretty cool. I'm very, very happy with that one. So next pack here on the left hand side of the box, I'm going to try and speed it up just a little bit, because obviously I think we've seen most of the cards in the set now already. So we get another Draco Overlord, Odd Eyes Fusion, first card of Odd Eyes we've actually pulled, as well as a Hypno Sister. We also get a Star Pendulum Graft and a Time Star Magician. So that actual pack brought us a lot of cards we haven't seen in this particular opening just yet. So when I was all like, oh yeah, we've seen most of the cards that we can open from this set, I was lying pretty much. So let's get on to the next pack on the left hand side here, just see what we can pick up from this opening. So we end up getting an Enlightenment Paladin, again another card we haven't got yet. A Ritual Beast Tamer Zephyr Windy, again another card we haven't got yet. Dragon Pulse Magician, don't think we've had that yet either. We get a Purple Poison Magician and a Black Fang Magician as the 2 ultras. Moving on to the next pack on the left hand side, let's see if we can continue to open some newer cards for the set that we haven't opened yet. So we get a Stargazer Magician, I believe that's our first one of that. Another Odd Eyes Fusion, a Dragon Pulse Magician, Purple Poison Magician, and a Harmonizing Magician as well. Next pack here on the left hand side of the box. As I said, I'm going to try and speed up now and get through them as quickly as possible. We get an Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon. That's a spare for me because I've got 3 secrets already. Rare Metal Foes Bismugia. I think I've butchered that name about 3 times now. Dragon's Mirror, Time Star Magician, and a Harmonizing Magician as well. So we get a few cards again in that pack that we haven't opened yet. A reprint of the Dragon's Mirror and obviously an Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon, which is pretty cool. We get a Satellarknight Zephyra, whatever that says. Obviously I didn't pronounce it before. A Metal Foes Orichalc. Quillthorpe Monolith, our second Quillthorpe Monolith. We get a Purple Poison Magician and a Black Fang Magician as well. So, next pack here. We have, including this pack, a fair few to get through. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 packs in total left. So, let's see if we're able to open up at least a playset of monoliths. That would be pretty cool. So, we get another Treasure of the Yang Xing, another Skull Crobat Joker. That's our second Skull Crobat. Dharma Eye Magician, White Wing Magician, and a Black Fang Magician to round off that pack. So 5 packs left. Let's see if we can pull some more monoliths, as I said. So we get a Guiding Aradine. There we go, Quillthorpe Monolith. We've got a playset now. I'm very, very happy with that. We get a Satellarknight Zephyr Fuban, Harmonizing Magician, and a Astrograph Sorcerer there. So 4 packs left to go. We've got our playset of monoliths, so I'm fairly happy with the supers now. Obviously the monoliths I probably won't end up playing anything. It's just there to say, oh, I've got a playset now. So we get an Unwavering Bond, Dharma Eye Magician, Folcolt's Cannon. That's a card we haven't pulled yet. A Chronograph Sorcerer and a Astrograph Sorcerer as well. So let's move on to the last 3 packs here and see if we're able to pull anything extremely different, I guess, in this pack. Don't think I will, but let's have a look. And the first card we haven't pulled yet. An Oracle of Zephyra. Another Rescue Hamster. That's our second Rescue Hamster. Tuning Magician. I believe that's our first Tuning Magician that we pulled. Don't know why I'm putting it there. We need to put it there. A Time Pendulum Graph and a Star Pendulum Graph. Okay. That was a nice pack. That was a nice pack. Okay. I'm happy with that. So, second to last pack here. Let's see what this one brings. An Odd Eyes Meteor Burst Dragon. A Dragon's Mirror. Treasure of the Yang Xing. A Double Iris Magician, and a Harmonizing Magician as well. So we are down to the last pack of this opening, guys. Obviously I've got pretty much everything I've wanted from this particular set now. So let's just see what this last pack has in store for us. So we get a Hypno Sister, our second Hypno Sister, a Metal Foes Adamante, Dragon Pit Magician, Time Pendulum Graph, and a Chronograph Sorcerer as well. So that is it for this particular opening, guys. I'm not going to go through the stuff we pulled because it will just take too long, and I don't really see the point in it considering that a lot of the stuff is duplicates anyway because it's quite a small set. But nevertheless, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, please leave a like, rating, and subscribe for more trading card game content. Also, if you are a fan of the game Destiny, be sure to go and check out the link in the description down below, which will take you to my gaming channel where I upload daily Destiny videos. But thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in my next video.